Believe me when I say, loving me is loving danger. Your heart is bound to break. I walk alone in the night, neath the pale moon. Loving's for the fools. Baby, beware of my body. I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm a lone wolf. 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 Creeping through the shadows and the corners of your mind. I go where the wind blows.
This my part! Hey, don't force it! Oh, yeah! Oh, come on, man! Hey, that's not your ring!
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. The 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight we'll be watching the Utah Jazz playing against the Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta comes into this one after the win against Boston. That game a high-scoring affair. We'll see if this one turns into a shootout as well. Guys, when you talk about the best players in the league to never play in an all-star game, Mike Conley's got to be high on that list.
Yeah, he reminds me of a lot of guys of past.
And the Hawks with a confident look as they go into the arena earlier on, looking for a win on the road. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. We get a look at the sun shining in the buildings of downtown Salt Lake City, Utah, our broadcast location today. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Collins.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Collins is out there with Morris. Then it's Evan Fournier. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Fernando in its center. And for Utah, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Gobert is out there with Bogdanovic. You know, for a while, Smitty, there was some talk of eliminating conferences altogether. But the East has begun to turn things around and starting to emerge again.
You know, Kevin, me and you have been around a long time. It's going to always flip-flop back and forth. It was the East and it was the West. And I think right now the East right now is turning that corner. In a couple of years, it will probably be the dominant conference. I like the way it is. I don't want to see him eliminate conferences.
I agree. Good point. Now here's Conley.
That's something you hate. You're trying to come in with an aggressive mindset, and that early foul could take you right out of it.
And the Jazz with possession here. Just 5 on the clock. Outside Bogdanovic. And the 3 off target. Last outing for Utah, it was a loss to the Lakers. Young taking his time here. Morris outside. Fernando, the pass to Collins. And the layup's good off the glass.
Efficient in the painted area. Collins has a purpose behind his actions.
about 1 minute into the first quarter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
They may not get the spotlight, but the Utah Jazz are one of the best run teams in the NBA. They're run as a legacy trust. That means every dime of profit goes back into the team.
And he can't get the first one. Steve, you were talking about the reinvestment for the Jazz. An upgraded arena, new practice facility.
Necessary moves, you know this, to stay competitive. The Jazz fans love their team, and they're showing that commitment in return.
Stolen. Morris against Mitchell. The 10-footer. He gets it in there.
That time, a lot of young guys would have jacked up a shot. Patience. Man flashes open. Mitchell delivers the basketball on time.
Now, here is Young. He had 22 points in the win against Boston.
And some of the passes he threaded through the defense were just incredible. He made it look so easy.
And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. And so just over a minute and a half played. And stolen by Bogdanovich.
That's two really unproductive trips in a row ending in turnover.
Has to come. To the inside. Here's Mitchell. Trying to get open is Bogdanovich. And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist from Conley.
Only 6'3" Mitchell wins inside because he's explosive and fearless.
Fournier against Mitchell. Here's Collins, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And it wasn't until midway through John Collins' second season at Wake Forest, Smitty, that he really jumped onto the NBA scouts' radar.
You're right. A 19-year-old sophomore. What he did, he led the nation in player efficiency rating. The production undeniable then and now.
Out of Wake Forest, John Collins quickly emerging as a top-notch scorer. A tremendous finisher, and his range extends out beyond the arc.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. 6 on the shot clock. Mitchell outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Mitchell's got 5 now.
Even though Mitchell isn't all that efficient from range, the most impressive thing to me is he believes the shot is going in.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there. And players with big numbers on losing teams can be accused of empty stats. So, Greg, you take Collins's with a grain of salt?
You look at his field goal percentage, high 50s. He's not just a high usage player. He is highly efficient.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. They trail by 1. Drills it from outside.
Timeout.
Morris has got his second basket of the game.
You have to be ready for this. Defensively, Morris has a terrific pull-up, maybe a better choice for him than taking it to the rack.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. Coaches talk about young players needing to experience the playoffs to understand that level. Smitty, why is that so hard to simulate without going through it?
Kevin, reasons why is in the playoffs, everything is taken to another level. Also, you seeing this team night in and night out. They know your plays. You know their plays. It comes down to just execution, and you can't have careless turnovers or those brain freezes you have in the regular season.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Bradley's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Marquise Chris comes in for Bogdanovich. Triers checked in. Thomas in for Mike Conley. Then for the Hawks, Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Collins. Kevin Huerter comes in for Morris, and it's Jordan Clarkson in for Fournier. And now, here's Chris. Here's Trier. It's over McDermott. Trier, that's good. We've got 1:18 left in the first. Now Clarkson. He picked up 18 points in the last one against Boston.
And guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
Anytime you get an opportunity to show off a little bit, you have to take it.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And this is where Chris does a considerable amount of damage. Feels comfortable taking those interior shots.
Now here's McDermott. 9-point game his last outing. Dishes it to Clarkson. Bradley with some nice D.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
How about battling through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in?
And the Hawks making a change here. Bembry's checked in. The Jazz shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis. And when you think about some of the most entertaining Hawks teams, my mind always goes to the human highlight count.
Reason why he was a 9-time All-Star, NBA scoring champion, had some legendary matchups against Larry Bird and Chuck Person, to name a few. One of the most electrifying players in the history of the game.
Trier passes to Bradley. Nice ball movement by Utah. Outside Thomas. A dish now to Bradley. The 11-footer. Unable to get that one. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Jazz lead by 3. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena. You're watching 2K Sports. And being a smaller player is a challenge, but Isaiah Thomas always confident attacking the lane.
I just go in there. I've been doing it since I was a little boy. Like, I've always been the smallest guy out there, but when I get on the court, I feel like I don't see any height. So when I go in there in the paint, I just expect myself to score or make a play for somebody else. I've always been the smallest guy, so people go crazy about it. I feel like I don't see any height.
Thomas brings that fearlessness, Greg. He's always played with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, and he's got a deep bag of tricks for finishing around bigger players. It's
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And here's Fournier. Boy, he was something else against Boston. Atlanta again missing.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
For him, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
There's 1:54 left now here in the second. Stolen by Conley. And stolen by Fournier. Back to Young. Three-pointer. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Utah's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter.
We call it off the bus lane. Trae Young can shoot from the half-court logo with confidence.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. It's stolen by Gobert. And the pass to Niang. Mitchell wide open. Utah gets it back. Five on the clock. The fader. Rebounded by the Hawks. Morris has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Blewett. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And here's Young from the arc. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
Count that one. Conley's got the lead up to 5 now for Utah.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Fournier. Young outside. Shot to stop the run. And he's good on the 3-ball. Young's got 5 now.
This is how you compensate for being 6'2". Trae Young sets his feet and gets it off quickly.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
For Utah, they have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight. That'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Utah out in front, ending the second quarter with a big 11-3 run. And we'll be back for the second half following. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. The Hawks trail by 5.
And when you look at Utah, this team year after year seems to be more than a sum of its parts.
I like that they always look for guys with big-time character, unselfish, low-drama players, and there's a confidence with this group.
On the court for Atlanta, they've got Morris. Fournier out there with Trae Young. Then it's Collins, and it's Fernando in at the 5. And Young kicks to Morris. Young outside. Pass to Fernando. Lock it 6. The pass to Collins. Young outside. No good with the triple.
You like that he's still attacking, but the results tonight just haven't been there.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Back to Gobert. Here's Mitchell. They shoot again, and Conley puts it in. Conley's got 8.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Back to Young. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
You know, defensively, you try to do everything possible to get a hand up on Young's shot, but he just ignores the contact and plays through it.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there. Steve, I know you like this, that the three-point shot is having such an effect on the league, actually transforming the NBA. Are you surprised with how fast all this is happening?
I am. I'm surprised that so many teams are adopting this transformation of shooting the 3-ball, because there's some teams and there's some players, I know they shoot it, Kevin, but they shoot at such a low percentage. If you have the guys that can shoot it, you should adopt it. If not, you got to find another way of winning ball games. There's nothing wrong with having a great mid-range.
Fournier makes it off the glass. He has 6.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside. Six for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Playing at his tempo, his pace, he's been dialed in all night.
The Hawks trail by 9. Pass to Bembry. McDermott with it. The feed now to Fournier. Here's Bembry, and he makes good on the layup.
High percentage look. This is what your offense is designed to do.
Passes it to Trier. Shoots the three. Rebound by the Hawks.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Bembry kicks to Young. He can't hit that time. Gobert with the defensive effort. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. Count it, good. Bogdanovich has got the lead up to 9 now for Utah.
And you got to appreciate the determination that Bogdanovich showed there. When he puts it on the deck, he's looking to finish at the basket.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. A different look for Utah. Bradley's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Marquise Chris comes in for Bogdanovich. And Thomas subbed in for Mike Conley. Then for the Hawks, Kevin Huerter. He's checked in for Fournier. And it's Clarkson in for Young.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
And the free throw, no good. 1:35 left in the third. Kicks it out to Bradley. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. And here's a look at the power rankings. Now that we've gotten into February, plenty of data to considering to go on. Take a look at the Warriors. They ascend up the list to number 3 with some spirited play.
And Utah right now, if they win one, they lose one. They think they're going in the right direction, then they seem to take a step back. It's been a season of inconsistencies so far.
Williams-Goss is checked in for the Jazz. And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all 3 levels.
Ripped away. Outside Thomas. Got a hand on it. They get it back. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. A second chance effort. Atlanta with the rebound.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Here's Bembry. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Huerter. There's 21 seconds left to play in the third. Shot clock at 5. Jacks up a 3. And it's Bradley with the rebound. Thomas feeling it out a bit. Puts up a 3. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Utah out in front, leading by 9. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Here's Thomas. Bradley is out there with Chris. Then it's Thomas. And it's Williams-Goss in at the shooting guard position. That's the group right now for Utah. Bounce pass, Thomas. From about 16, and he hits the jump shot. He's got 21. The Hawks trail by 11. Pass to Collins. Bradley against Morris. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Interesting study. We're seeing guys like Dirk and Vince Carter play into their 40s. I'm wondering if this is a byproduct of improved nutrition and conditioning, and if that accelerates this trend.
I think it does, Kevin. I also agree to add to that. I think the game is less physical. I think a lot of those guys are taking care of themselves, but when the game is not as physical, it's a lot more perimeter. You can play longer. I'm curious, Kevin, will anybody play into their 50s?
You know, wouldn't that be amazing? That's a good question. And the first one at the line is good.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Bogdanovich is checked in for Bradley. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Williams-Goss. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Clarkson passes to Herter. Back to Clarkson. Beyond the arc. Isaiah Thomas grabs the board.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Number 13, taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Mike Conley's checked in for Utah. And the Hawks making a change here. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
There's a built-in respect for coaches who played in the NBA. The Jazz, Quinn Snyder, never made it that far. But as a point guard, he helped Duke make 3 Final Four appearances.
Just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight. Smitty Snyder, also an All-American in high school, 2-time Washington State Basketball Player of the Year in high school.
Led Mercer Island to a state title and then experienced coaching in college, the G League, and abroad. He's a lifer, and he's been around the game far and wide.
Chalk up 2 there. 28 points for him.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
The Jazz making a switch here. Gobert's checked in. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Young outside. But they get it. Conley with it. Mitchell in the corner. High arcing shot. On the wing, Mitchell. Nailed from three-point land.
You watch Mitchell's shot, the mechanics, the footwork, the elevation, all working in harmony.
Trying to get something going. Young's shot is off.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
You know what? This has always been a debate. Do you take the timeout, or do you let your guys try to fight through it? He has taken it upon himself to score the ball as much as possible for his team. He's not looking to pass it right now.
Fournier passes to Morris. Outside Collins. The pass to Young. Takes a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
I like that. Collins playing under control, reading the floor. Nice setup there.
Now here's Conley. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter. Steve, the G League is now offering select contracts worth $125,000. They want to attract prospects straight out of high school. What do you think of that?
You know, I like it, Kevin, and I think I'd love to see that number go up and up, and I like the opportunity for some of those guys to be able to go straight out of high school. It's good for some, it's bad for others, but I think you have to give those guys that opportunity.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Bradley's checked in for Rudy Gobert. George Niang comes in for Bogdanovich. Freer, he's checked in for Mitchell, and Williams-Goss subbed in for Mike Conley. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter.
And so it's going to end up a dominating performance for the Jazz.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
Important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep. And that has to be a relief.
Here's Bembry. Passes to Weaver. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth. Here's the Jazz with the ball. They're on an 18-5 run. Pass to Trier. Here's Williams-Goss. Shoots from the baseline. Second shot opportunity. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.
This the kind of that make you let it go. Living in the city where it's hard to play. Yeah, we gon' get it till it's hard to show. Now we gon'
Hey, this is Kenny, man. You've been pretty much unstoppable with the last few games. What's the difference over this stretch?
Oh man, the difference is gotta be the fans. So many people encourage me on a basis. They send me inspirations. Now I know a lot of players out there say they ignore stuff said about them on the social, but let's be real. How do you not see that? I've gotten a lot of love over this last stretch. People excited, they see me. It's a good thing. Okay. They just want to be a part of it.
Okay, I like that. Keeping it real.
Yo, man, that was nice work out there.
Hey, appreciate you, man. Thanks, bro. Appreciate you.
Doing your thing, man.
Trying. That's all I can do, What's up, bro?
All right, peace.
All right, bro. Y'all be easy.
Strangers, believe me when I say, loving me is loving danger. Your heart is bound to break. I walk alone in the night, neath the pale moon, loving's for the fools. Baby, beware of my body. I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm a lone wolf. I'm a lone wolf. I'm a lone wolf, I'm a lone wolf. I'm a lone wolf. I'm a lone wolf. I'm a